Hello, morning everyone. Mower boy here. Voice is a bit weak. Following the operation, I had a tube down the throat during the operation to do all sorts of stuff. Oxygen, I don't know, blow up your insides a bit to help. Anyway, so I'm not speaking particularly well. Anyway, the day I went into hospital, I was supposed to be picking up a mower, and it was lovely deal. And I messaged them, I don't know what time it was, the night before, when I thought I had food poisoning and I wouldn't be able to make it. And I said, yeah, don't worry, we'll sort it out at some point. Anyway, I messaged them when I was in hospital, so look, I didn't realise when I said I'd got food poisoning, it was actually acute appendicitis. I had that when I was 21, and you know, get yourself better, mate. You know, and if you want us to come down the motorway, we'll meet you. So, you know, we agreed a time, and they were very kindly. The couple very kindly came down the motorway. Excuse me, and met me. So I've just picked it up, and it's a bit of a new one for me, but it's not historically it's not, because this mower is an Allett. And Allett are the people who bought the rights to make the models that were formerly called the Atco Balmoral, etc., and also the Suffolk Punchers and the Quadcasts. Now, when Allett took over those rights, they carried on using the Kawasaki engine on certainly the early Alletts. They call them the Classic, which is the sort of replacement of the Suffolk Punch, and the Kensington, which was the replacement of the Balmoral. Both those two carried on with 14k, 17k, 20k models. Anyway, after a while, Allett dropped Kawasaki. I mean, it's a bit of a mystery, really, but because Kawasaki's are very, very well liked, they are super reliable. Only criticism I've ever heard is that they're a little bit slow. So, you know, you'll cut your lawn, but you're not going to be pulled along. It's almost out of control. This thing is the Kawasaki's are good plodding engines. Anyway, so Allett, in their wisdom, decided to go with an engine manufacturer from China called Loncin, which I'd not heard of until probably about 6 weeks ago. Because I wasn't really interested in Allett, so I was interested in Balmorals and Atcos particularly. So anyway, Loncin put an engine on the Allett Classic, which is what the Suffolk Punch was really, and off they went. And they subsequently, I don't know whether they still do, but certainly the Allett Classics are all Loncin engines. The bigger ones now, the Kensington, which is the old Balmoral, they've started using Briggs & Stratton engines, and I think they use both now. But anyway, so the model I picked up was 2017 Allett Classic 14L, L for Loncin, and it's like new. Unbelievable. It's like new. The lovely people who brought it for me, couldn't start it at all. They couldn't get it started. They've been in the garage 2 years, but honestly, there's not a mark on it. We'll go and do a show and tell in a minute, and it's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. So I'm really pleased with that, and you know, let's see if I can get this Loncin engine to work. It's a little bit of an unknown, because I don't think that the mower's had enough use for the carbs to get all messy, unless there's been some really, I don't know, some mix gone in the fuel or something. I think it's probably just the fact that the fuel's gone off, and I just need to drain the fuel, refill it with some fresh petrol, and literally choke on, pull, and it'll probably go. So let's just see what happens. I'll try and do a live start, actually, because, well, I'll do a live start to see if I can get it started anyway, and if it doesn't, then I'll show you what happens when I've drained the petrol out, because there's just nothing at all that looks wrong with this mower. It's it's had so little use in its 6 years of existence. You know, I'm so happy with it. Anyway, show and tell in a minute. So here we are with the show and tell. Just turning it around now. You can see it's the Allett Classic. So Allett Classic 14L. There's a serial number there. I'll give that a good look in a minute. This cassette, that's the original blade, and there's a bit of dirt on the back, and I just need to clean that off. So that's all in good shape. These Loncin engines they're a bit sort of shiny plastic, but that's no complaints. One mark along the side, that's it. Yeah, everything else looks brand new. Looks brand new. There's just been nothing done to this at all. The Allett badge there looks just like it's just been shoved away somewhere. On the grass collector, there's still got the original notes that they got when they bought the Mower, which is going to be interesting to look at. But yeah, so that is the Allett Classic. I'm going to be selling that very, very, very quickly. In terms of marketing it very quickly. Yeah, I mean, it's very tempting, isn't it? Just to click on, choke on. Ooh, grab it on. Yeah, okay, we've got a bit of work to do with the petrol. Yeah, a bit of work to do with the petrol, but I'll probably show you what happens, because I can't leave it now. I've got to go and fix it. So let's see what happens.